You guys already know how much I love the Air Jordan 13 in damn near every colorway. And this was almost one of them. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 13 in a brand new colorway. It's called French Blue. Now before we deep dive into these guys, we do have a quick word from our sponsor. And this video is brought to you guys by the good folks over at Sole Premise. As most of you know, Sole Premise offers luxury bags just like this one. This happens to be a backpack, but they also have a much larger backpack that I personally use as my travel bag. A duffel, they've got actual luggages that you can use for carry-ons and things like that. And then all of these smaller items, including the large backpack, is TSA approved. It will fit under your seat or in the overhead compartment. On top of that, this thing fits everything that you need. So if you're going to school, it's got your laptop, it's got all your like little things for pencils, pens, all that stuff. But more importantly, it's got space for shoes.
Flameo, Hotman!
So if you're a student athlete or you just like to carry an extra pair with you wherever you go, at least 2 fits in the regular backpack. Up to a size 15, by the way. But again, they got multiple offerings. They even have some really cool new stuff coming, so stay tuned for that. If you were interested in grabbing anything from Sole Premise, make sure that you use our direct link down below in the comment section. Also, we do have a promo code. It will save you quite a bit. You're welcome. Now at first glance, these look a little bit reminiscent of a true blue Air Jordan 3, which I personally think is awesome. So basically we got that white build, we got blue accents, and then the branding on the tongue is a bright red Jumpman, again, just like the true blue 3s. Now the shoe that this actually reminds me a lot more of than the true blues, even though obviously the colors and things like that are very reminiscent of the true blue 3s, is the original gray toe Air Jordan 13s. They look damn near just like this, but instead of blue, it has a dark red, almost maroon look to it. There was a retro back in 05 that actually was maroon and it had a really dark toe box and everything like that. I think Jason Kidd wore them, a bunch of Jordan athletes at the time. Super nice materials. These don't even compare, not even a little bit. But the original gray toe was a shoe that we actually did get as a retro. We just didn't get them here in the States upon original release. I believe it was an overseas exclusive. It could have even have been a scrap sample. I don't actually remember. I do remember for the first time seeing them though in my Michael Jordan book. Do you remember that thing? But in that book, there was like at the time, like all the Jordans, I think it was up to 14, maybe 15. And there was this one colorway that I'd never seen before. And it was a gray toe with a dark red. And I was like, what is that? They were awesome. And then eventually they retroed the shoe. We do have a review on them on the channel. However, the one thing that they did not add on this shoe that I wish they did, that they did on those, is the gray moving up to the tongue. The gray on the other shoe was a soft suede. So it didn't have that farting sound that these, unfortunately, are gonna have because they got that synthetic leather. However, what these do actually have is one of the sexiest performance outsoles of all time. And I know that I say this every time we go over an Air Jordan, but it's true. They just look beautiful. I mean, look at this. It's form and function. It's awesome. So this right here is supposed to mimic a panther's paw. It's not supposed to be identical to a panther's paw. Everybody's always like, why doesn't it look like a... Look, man, it just doesn't. It's inspiration, not like straight up copy and paste. But basically, you got herringbone traction pods all over the damn place, and I think that they're fantastic. We got a midfoot carbon fiber shank. We got a really cool little almost hologram. I don't know what you would call this. Is that a hologram? Because that's the hologram, but like what is that?
I think it's a hologram with something flat on top of it.
So it's not a 3D hologram? Okay, well, so if that's also considered a hologram, it's there. The midsole itself is very low profile. It's also made up of Phylon. It is also wrapped in synthetic suede. It gives it that luxurious classic Air Jordan 13 look. Inside of that Phylon midsole is this specific setup right here. It's heel and forefoot Zoom Air. Very traditional. I think it's very awesome. This is one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever put my foot in, and I just think they're great. Now the synthetic suede does move on up to the upper, which I think is fantastic. It really makes the shoe pop. It also offers the shoe really great color placements, so you can do things just like this. And I mean, have you ever seen a bad 13 colorway? Even the ones that I don't love, I still kind of like.
I don't like the clot ones.
Is that like the brown ones?
They're kind of like a pinky brown. They almost look like they have like cells on the side. I don't like it.
Well, my vote for worst 13 colorway would probably be the wheat ones. So like that Timberland look, it's all over the shoe. It's kind of weird, but like I said, even when I look at those, the 13s are so pretty that I even kind of like them, even though I don't really like them. Now the materials on the original 13s were almost premium. I mean, they were as close to premium as a basketball shoe could get. And then every iteration, it feels like after the 2004, 2005 stuff, unless it's a collab, it's just kind of like gets what feels like leftover materials. This is one of those shoes. The toe is complete. The side panels are okay. The tongue is completely synthetic. If the shape of the shoe would look damn near like the original, I think I would forgive that stuff just a little bit. But for the price tag of $200, like I don't. Now there is one big surprise with the shoe. It is the insole. It's not the blue piece of that we're used to. It's the black piece of instead. I'm just kidding. These are better than the Ortholites. They're just not as good as the real polyurethane, the big thick white ones. I think that those are really, really awesome. These things are not better than that, but again, they're better than the traditional blue Ortholite stuff. I'm not mad that these are in here whatsoever because the original Air Jordan 13s didn't have polyurethane insoles at all. They had insoles that were more similar to what we just saw in those 14s, the Gingers, but without the extra blue cushion pods. So it was just like, I think it was like a Dura Pontex or something like that. It's like a dense gray foam, which this is a little bit more comfortable than. And on top of that, with this insole, you'll be able to feel the zoom units a little bit more. Last but not least, my favorite feature on the shoe, the hologram. I mean, if that doesn't remind you of this, I don't know what will. I mean, those covers and those cards were amazing. Man, I just bought this book on Amazon. We're gonna link it down below, even though it has nothing to do with this, but the book is so cool. It was about the X-Men trading cards starting in 1991. It was awesome, man. Like, talk about a cool history lesson. The entire book was chock full of info that I had no idea about. And in the back, it came with cards. This doesn't even come with a card. The book came with cards. It was, I'd buy the book 10 times over before buying these, maybe. I don't know. I do like these. I'm not trying to trash on them. I just think they could have been better for 200 bucks.
Touche.
Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size, whatever you typically wear in your Air Jordan 13s. That's exactly what I would recommend. So if you go up half a size, go up half a size. If you go down half a size, go down half a size. I go true to size. They work perfectly for me. Anyways, what do you think about these?
I actually don't want to talk about these. I have a different question for you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't like when she does this.
I don't even know if you will know the answer. On the crappy blue insoles, why do they put that weird sticky glue stuff, but they never put them on these or the white ones?
That's a good question, and I don't know.
Huh.
So I'm wondering if maybe glue breaks down.
Oh, like eats at it?
Yeah, because it's like a polyurethane, like whether, like this is supposed to be polyurethane, but it's supposed to be more, how is it explained?
Environmentally friendly.
Environmentally friendly versus the white polyurethane. White polyurethane or stuff that you'll see like in Air Jordan 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Like the midsole is made out of those. That's an open-celled foam, so air really messes with those over time. So that's when you get like the ones that you see on like Instagram or YouTube where like somebody grabs it and it just kind of like looks like cake, like crumbling in their hands. So that's just like over time it just breaks down. I'm assuming that the glue will just mess it up. I don't know if that's true. That's just what I would think. But other than that, like they use glue in the regular foams.
Yeah, it'll have like ribs all the way down.
Yeah, so that's my only guess, but I really don't know.
Okay.
But anyways, if you were interested in these 13s, I don't remember when they released, but I'm sure that you guys do. Release dates change all the time, so that's why we don't talk about them right now. And yeah, so if you are interested in these, I hope that you enjoyed the review. I do think that if you have bought previous releases of the Air Jordan 13 within the last, I'd say maybe 5 or 6 years, this is pretty much on par with all of them. So if you've liked all of those, you should like these. If you're wanting a little bit more material, like nicer material out of your 13s, especially on the toes, those of you guys like me that have had the originals before, you're probably not gonna be impressed with these, although the colorway is very pretty.
You can go get those 2 trays.
No.
They have excellent leather on the toe.
But let's not talk about those. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. So until then, have a good one. And for all of you guys that keep bugging me about my shirts, even though I've talked about this before, it is White Gold Industries on Instagram. And if you did not catch it at the end of the video, shame on you. Stop asking me.
Sense Apparel.
That's my brand. That's a dope ass shirt. But this is a friend's brand, and it is also, I mean, look at this thing. Come on, look at it.